foreplay can be just the act of even creating space or talking about having sex in the future can be foreplay, just like, scheduling some time to just have time alone away from our kid, for instance, can be like the start of foreplay.
Foreplay is the beginning of the sex planning, I guess. Planning and doing.
I love it. Yeah, it takes a little bit of planning, right? So if you're going to have sex on Friday, you're going to want to start to kind of plant the seeds of foreplay on Monday. If you're going to do it in the evening, you're going to want it to start at the breakfast table. So
Right.
You talked about just talking about sex. So foreplay can be about the things that you say to one another. So for example, Melissa, if you know you're going to be in the mood tonight, what are some of the things you might say to Jason in the morning to initiate that foreplay?
Well, it's not quite so linear for me because I have the fear of rejection. So I'm always like, how do I know it's going to happen tonight? And we can revoke consent at any time and all that. So instead, I try, and I'm not the best about it ever since we had the baby, but I try, and I need to work on it more. Thanks for the reminder of constantly initiating these moments of foreplay all throughout the day, even if they're not going to lead up to anything. I think that's important. Just keep the spice in. Like an easy way is to make innuendos. If someone says something that could be potentially at all construed as sexual, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to put my banana in your blender too, like, so that way.
So you're using humor.
Yeah. Just like
Yes.
silly ways to remind everybody that we're all still adults here and we do this, or like I might be bending over to like put something in the trash. And this is of course like our consent. And he might come up from behind and just like barely bump his hips on my hips, like to imply sex, So stuff like, and then he'll just walk away, so stuff like that I think is important to try to keep up with your sexual partner if possible. Just silly little moments of kind of maybe flirtiness, like try to continue to flirt, I guess.
For me, sometimes foreplay can start with me getting my needs met. And what I mean by that is, if I know that during sex I like to feel fed, I like to feel warm, I like to feel clean, all these things, maybe part of my foreplay is washing my body. It's getting the food that I need. It's getting my own personal needs met. Because if my needs aren't met, I'm much less likely to venture off into sex with somebody else. So
shower with a person.
Right. So you're talking about like the practical, the verbal, the physical, all of that. I love it. And it sounds like it's not just about, going through your lives and talking about your work and talking about your baby and talking about your taxes. And then all of a sudden like flipping a light switch and being like, oh, hello, let's do this. Yeah. You're weaving playfulness throughout your day. And to me, that's such a beautiful and essential thing. I think that's a huge mistake a lot of people make. They act like one person throughout the day, and then when they want sex, they change characters. And of course we play different roles, but if you're not weaving eroticism into your daily interactions, it is so much harder to initiate foreplay.
Yes.